Welcome to Papercraft Possibilities. I am Susan, and today we're going to be making a scrapbook page. But before we do, I wanted to share some cards with you that are going to be for my February card class. And you can get those cards, everything you need to make them, with the exception of the stamps. We're not allowed to do that. But I will send that to you with a $60 order or more before tax and shipping using my hostess code. And I'll flash the hostess code right here. That's for this month. And then you can also purchase those without buying anything and just purchase those directly over on my website, which is papercraftpossibilities.net. And that's my website personally outside of Stampin' Up. And you can go there and purchase those directly under classes. And I'll send everything out to you the same as if you were purchasing on the Stampin' Up website. So I should probably put across the screen to my direct link into my Stampin' Up site. And it's always going to be down below on the title too. So two different ways to get this class. So let me switch my camera around and I'll show you the cards for this month. Before we get started today, I wanted to mention that today's scrapbook pages are going to be done with the Inspiration Collaboration team, and hopefully you'll get a chance to go take a look at their videos too. All of the links will be listed down below, and it'll be fun to see what they come up with today. Here we go. All right, here's one. And with all of these cards, I've used the mushroom paper that's out right now, and you can actually get that paper for free through the celebration sale. And I believe it's with $60 or more, you can get that for free. Let me bring in my camera just a little. There we go. So we've got, I've got some vellum here that I've cut out for the butterfly, and this is from the new butterfly set, as are the hexagons. I love those hexagons. Another one of the dies that we have in our collection, a while ago, I forgot the name of it, but this will all come to you all done. And then we have the interior of the card here, and I'll be providing you with the paper, but I can't do the stamping for you. So there's that card. Then there's this card, and using the mushroom paper across here, and I've used the pinwheel dies here and some ribbon, and on the inside just a simple congratulations. I thought that was appropriate for these pinwheels. And one of my favorites, the birthday card. And again, using the mushroom paper, I've used the arch dies. I'm loving those. This is from the new birthday collection, and I'm very bad with the names on the sets, but I'll always list them below. And the only thing, again, I'll provide you with this die cut, but I can't do the stamping. And I don't have the interior of that one done yet. And here is one. I love it. Now this I've done stenciling with, and I can't do that for you. So I will lead you in the right direction for the stencil, or you can use a stencil or a mask, as Stampin' Up calls them, in your own collection. And then these are from a new die set, and again, die and stamp set that I can't remember. I will be just sending you a square piece with this, so you can use any flower that you have in your collection or stamp anything that you would like. I'll also send you this die cut along with these flowers and leaves if you'd like to use them. But I just can't stamp these. And we've got some little gems here on the front I'll send you. And that's what the interior of that looks like. So those are our 4 cards for February. I wanted to show you the collection that we're working with today in case you haven't seen it. It's been out for a month, I believe. It's the Everyday You and Me collection for scrapbooking. And sometimes the papers are actually, almost all the time, the papers, you get some different ones in here that are different from the DSP. Plus there's the paper from the DSP in here. So it's worthwhile to get both of them if you really like the paper, as I do. As most of you know, anything that has a gingham or a check in it, I'm in 100%. So if you were going to make, each of these kits comes with enough to make 3 2-page layouts. So if you wanted to follow this to a T and just crank it out and get it done. Then you follow these cutting directions, which are great because it helps save on your paper. It tells you how to most economically cut everything. And then it goes through each page setup individually. These instructions are priceless because you could save these and do things with these later on and use other papers. So even when you're done with these, please don't throw these away. Hang on to them if you can. So that is in every workshop. And then you have some photo placeholders. So there they are. And you can tell I've been doing some cutting here. Put some of this aside. So I'm just gonna briefly go through these papers because you've probably seen quite a few of them. This is a, for instance, see there's no design on the back of this. This means that this is this paper comes in the scrapbook workshop. So if you're wanting this, even if you're a card maker, it's worthwhile to order this and get this paper. And this one I absolutely love. You kind of have a wonky stripe here. It's not straight. And there is our flip side. Here is our gingham. Let me flip this over so you can see the back side. This one I've popped out to use. This is one of the dies that come in this set. You can see here that it's separate. So I've punched out the middle and I'm going to use that today, I think. But then, I mean, like it's here, for instance, you can reuse that and then do a design there. So again, don't get rid of that. You could also use this if you wanted to be real gentle with it. You could use this as a stencil also. And you get some plain cardstock. Here's some Pretty Peacock, I believe this is. This I don't know the name of yet. You get these laser cut ephemera pieces. These are all florals or leaves, and they're not as thick as a cardboard, but they're also not as thin as cardstock. So they're right in between. You could also take your ink and use that on these and do some blending. Sorry, I didn't realize all these cut pieces were in here. Love this paper. And this is, again, one that is only in the workshop. Then you get a set of stickers, really thick stickers. You can see they're not your normal stickers, if you will, and they are of a matte finish, which I love. I don't like them shiny on my pages. Personal choice, I know. And here I've punched out some more of the die cuts that come with the workshop. And just a few more papers that we've looked at. So let me put all of this aside and kind of explain the photos that I'll be using today. These photos are from my 8th grade graduation in Orange County, California. And this was the first full class to go through this middle school. And back then they used to call them junior highs. I don't know if they call them that anywhere else, but I know now they've changed it to middle school. This was my date for the 8th grade dance. He was actually a next door neighbor, and look at that fro. Nice guy though. And up here getting my quote unquote diploma. And I know I say 8th grade graduation, that's what we called it then. Now it's called promotion. And here is just a picture of me in front of our family house and the dress that I was wearing. And that is the reason why, that dress is why I am planning on using this paper, which I didn't show you. Look at how beautiful that is on that side. So I have out here my die cut piece, and it's a little scary because this is the only piece I have. I guess I can always go through and make another one just using this as a pattern. But I'm going to come in here and put down some of this ink. I think it'll help it stand out from the kind of like a polka dot. It's like an oblong polka dot in the background here. And it just kind of makes it a little bit more personal to me. when, you know, other people have the same kit. I like mine to stand out just a little bit different. So I think that will do it. So I'm gonna go off camera and do my other piece. And let's get these glued down. I'll be right back. I have these two pieces inked up. Hopefully you can see that there. And before I glue these down, I wanted to mention, especially those of you who've come over from Stampin' Up! Or were with Stampin' Up!, that we're in the workshops, we're getting the two-tone paper. So here you'll see the lighter side and the darker side, which is really a big plus when you're wanting just a little bit of a different color for some contrast. But I say this because you want to make sure you're putting down the right sides that match here on the paper. Before you, see if I can get my hands out of here, before you really set your paper down and have it stick, and I would suggest using your roller tape here and not your glue. You want to slip this piece in as far as you want it to go. And I've already have some tape on the back of this piece, this white piece. So make sure you're happy with where it's at. I'm trying to even up both sides. And I think I'm good with that. So I'll use the Susan term of smushing. Smushing, smushing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. What I'm gonna do now is start putting on some of the pieces and figuring out where I like them best. This was some cutting I did with my Cricut. And here I've gone in and double offset it. So I have my white offset. I have some pretty peacock that I used for the actual verbiage wording. I've got a graduation hat here. And then I brought in my pretty peacock ink and just kind of inked up the sides of my verbiage there, my wording. So I think I'm gonna want this over here as basically a title. And then the thing I noticed once I glued this all down is that I was a little bit offset with this. In other words, someone may not notice it, but I do. It kind of goes up a little here when I was putting it together. So instead of doing it all over again, I think I might take that and put that there. Thoughts? I think I'm okay with it. This is when I wish you were live with me. So the next thing is this was one of the punch outs, the die cuts. And I think I'm gonna put that here. I'm just not sure if I want it up. No, I just don't want to hide that. So I have some journaling I want to put down. So I think I'll do that there. We'll see how that goes. Then I have these three other pictures. This is when I'm going up to receive my diploma. And here we have Mr. Fro, Mr. Jeff. And I don't know if I want this up here or here. This is myself on stage. Look at that blonde hair. Okay, there's that. Then I have a bunch of things I think I want to incorporate. So story of today looks, and this is from the sticker sheet, and I've just run it through with my anti-static paper or dust powder. And so they're not as sticky right now. So the story of today could go over there with my journaling. And then we have these like daisy cutouts. And I think I want to do a grouping up here. I thought I'd bring in these. These are leaves from, gosh, I want to say Christmas time or fall that, I don't know if I have, yeah, I do have the packaging over here. Hold on. And I actually think there might be some of these still available. These are called the woven golden leaves. And I think they're pretty. So I'm gonna use those somewhere on this page. I just thought that they fit. So here we have a little bit smaller flower. We'll see how that goes. I think I just dropped something. Some of these are still a little sticky. Here's a big flower. You know what, I do like this up here. Let's see, either that or because I've got this cluster over here, it may need to go down here. Kind of want it this way, and then I've got my journaling going on over here. Let's see how that goes. Then this is a journaling spot, but I think I might cover the journaling up, the lines that are in there, and use it in another way. Let me see how that goes. We'll just lay that over here for right now. Then I have some word strips that were on the sticker sheet. Maybe up in here, because there's nothing on this picture up at the top. So best of times. Let's see, nothing but smiles. I think I might have another word strip. Let me take a look. I think that that'll work out perfect in there. I just don't know where I'm going to use it. This was one of the die cuts in the set. This one is here. I'm not sure where I would use that. I'm not sure where I would use that either right now. Wonder if we can do that. And we can do that, actually, but I want the other side. It's the darker side of the peacock. And let me see, what else can I use? I've made a few more decisions here. Let me see, there's different sizes of leaves in these sets. So I like the flower here. This is, again, one of the die cuts in the set. So is this one. I like that they kind of talk to each other on each of the pages. And then these leaves bring in just a little bit of glitter to the page. So maybe there. Here I'm good with the 2 word strips, and I am going to layer up these 2 dies, one's a sticker, and kind of fit them into the little cut or the little outlet there and put those there. I'll probably punch some of these up or put them up on some dimensionals. I've got this here. I'm okay with this. I think I'm also, sorry, I'm turning around to find it. This is some of my ribbon in wheat in my set, and I think I'm going to put it down here on each of these pages. I just think it adds something to the page and texture-wise, and it goes with these leaves. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that also. I'll do that off camera. And then I've gone ahead and printed out my journaling, and I'm gonna put that over here. I had quite a bit to say about this particular point in my life. My parents had moved us from Los Angeles County to Orange County in between my 7th and 8th year, and that was a strange transition for me. In the long run, a much better idea, but as a 8th grader going into 8th grade, it was a hard one to swallow. So let me get some of this glued down, and I'll be right back with you. Welcome back. This is the next day. We had everyone show up last night for Super Bowl, and when my granddaughter's here, everything goes out the window because I want to spend every single moment with her. We cooked dinner together. We made a carrot cake for my husband's birthday and just enjoyed family time. So, and she actually crafted in my craft room with me, which accounts for my mess this morning. But she had to make a box for Valentine's Day, and she loves to come over and craft with me. So we made a box for her classroom, so someone has a place to put all of their Valentine wishes in this box. So had a blast, but we were almost done with these pages, so I wanted to follow up and just kind of go through once again what I had done. And just to refresh, we are using the Everyday You and Me scrapbook workshop. So that is what I'm using. I am not copying, or copying is the wrong word, but I'm not using their setups. I've done my own thing. But if you get this workshop, it has all of the instructions to make 3 double page layouts. Also, I wanted to mention that, it comes with these photo placeholders. I've chosen not to use them on here. When I usually use these is if I just want a quick mat, because whenever you're putting down a picture, it will just cover, this verbiage up. Or if I'm putting together a scrapbook page on YouTube where I need to conceal someone's identity, or, I try not to put children's pictures on here, then I'll use these and fill in my pictures a little bit later. So those are a couple ways of using those. And so on here, what I've done is I've come in, I think we left off with using these leaves, which are like this. It's hard to see on camera. And I've stuck a couple of them underneath here with some glue just on the tips to hold them in there. I've come in and I've put all my ephemera down here. I've used some dimensional glue dots, some foam dots. So over here I've done something, but I like how we have different corners of some ephemera going on here. Over here I used 2 word strips. They were off the stickers. This was off the sticker sheet, and I've raised that up on some foam dots. I've put in my journaling, and this is a title I did on my Cricut, and I think that's about it. But I'm going to go in and I'm going to put down some dimensionals, and while I'm doing that, I wanted to let you know once again that this is a page I'm doing in collaboration with the Inspiration Design team. So down below, I will make sure, ooh, we don't want that on the picture. Got it, oops. Got it. We, excuse me, the links to all of the other people in my group that are doing designs today will be listed down below. So you want to make sure to go take a look at their pages. That means the world to all of us. And I'm not sure what kits they're going to be using today, so it'll be fun for me even to go back and take a look. Let's put some of these up here. This particular sheet of gems, I like to call them, are gold textured adhesive back dots. And I think they go really well with the wheat color in this workshop. I'm having a problem hanging on to these tiny ones today. Let's see. Let's see if I can just do this with my fingers. There we go. But I think they go really well with this wheat color that we have going on in this workshop. Let's see. Let's bring some interest up in here. And my next video, which will hopefully be on Friday, is going to be my huge order that's coming in for all of the new products that are that we as demonstrators were able to order early, and the public, general public, will be able to order those on March 4th, but we get to bring those in so we can play with them and demonstrate them prior to them being available to you. But if you wanted to become a demonstrator, not only do you receive a discount, but you will receive your product very early, which is really nice. So if you're interested in that, let me know. It's always linked at the bottom of my pages on my my webpage, my personal webpage, which is papercraftpossibilities.net. So Here we go. I think we're done there, and I'm going to flash a picture here of all my team members on this inspiration team group, and I think that does it. So until Friday, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.